Hi everyone, this is Josh from M&R. Today we're going to talk about what the entire industry is buzzing about, the DTF. The most important thing about DTF is not only the equipment, but the consumables. So today we brought in an expert to talk about consumables. Cody, why are consumables in the DTF so important?
So consumables are very important inside of a DTF procedure because you have everything working together more or less like a recipe, right? So anytime I change a recipe, I'm going to get a different end result. So you change your film, you're going to get a different end result. You change your powder, you're going to have a different peels. You change your ink, a lot of the times the profiles that come with the printer and the RIP are dialed into that specific ink. So it's not as easy as just a, switch the ink out and everything will print the same, or switch the film out and everything will print the same too.
Let's talk about film first. What can you tell us about the two films we have up here?
So we have film A and film H. Film A is more of an instant peel process, more or less high speed, high production numbers, where film H is more, you can put more ink down, you have a little bit more leeway in terms of your colors. I'd say maybe, 5 to 10% more colors you can kind of put down.
The film H is a fairly new product.
Yep.
Why did M&R come out with the film H?
Just different customers, right? Different customers have different requirements. Some customers, like I said, for film A are more production and numbers driven, where you have film H where they're more quality driven.
And if I understand correctly, it's designed specifically to work with our powder and our ink all together as one beautiful system. Tell us about the powder that M&R offers.
So we have powder A right now. Powder A is the best of all of the different requirements that we look for, right? We decided that we would have a smaller grind, which is going to give a little bit of a softer hand feel, and then a lower durometer. The other thing we wanted to make sure was that, I call it like a phase change, right? So if I heat press it, I don't want that powder to stay in that liquid form while it's still warm. I want to be able to peel it instantly. So balancing that ability to peel as quick as we can, have a softer hand, and make sure that the grind size isn't too small to where you're getting a lot of excess powder after the shaker bar was really important.
Yeah, I know customers always come up and say our hand feels always so good, and our things coming off our Quatro. So it sounds like film and powder make a big difference in that hand.
Yeah, and again, it's just like everything else that you have to balance, right? So making sure that the ink is compatible with the film, or the film is compatible with the ink, and then making sure that it doesn't affect how the powder is melting and stuff like that too is all important.
So Cody, let's talk about inks that M&R offers for the DTF Quatro.
Yep, so we have CMYK and we have our extended color gamut inks. So all of the inks are the same formula. Obviously the pigments are changing, the different colors, and white. So we have CMYK, which is going to go on the 4-4, and then we have CMYK plus the extended color gamuts, which is red, green, orange, and violet. They both obviously use the same white, and that's the main difference between them. We try to formulate them exactly the same so that they're jetting the same, and we're able to use the same waveform and things like that to keep it as consistent as possible. But we are introducing a new white ink, and that has a little bit better properties. It doesn't separate as easily. It is able to pin a lot faster, we found at least, so you can put a little bit more white down before you start having that dripping effect.
Well, it looks like a great product line. Hopefully our customers understand that you need all these to work together for it to really be a successful print coming off your Quatros. Where can customers go to pick up this product?
They can pick it up at any of their M&R authorized dealers. Better to ask the sales team as well, and at mrprint.com.
Awesome.